It's 2026, and if you don't want to repeat the same money mistakes like last year, you need to act right now. Because statistically, you will abandon your New Year's resolutions in less than 2 weeks from now. Yeah, it's called Critters Day, and it's the second Friday in January. But that gives you enough time to act right now. Set everything up so you will be much wealthier in 1 year from now. In particular, we're talking about 3 decisions that you can make today. So let's dive right in. Decision number 1 is find your fuel. Now this will be your motivation engine. And why we need this is because this will make the other 2 decisions stick. So I'm going to ask you a question right now, and the answer that immediately comes to your mind is the right one. It can come in one word, in one phrase, maybe you imagine a situation. Don't overthink it, just go with it and trust your gut. Are you ready? The question is, what are you really sick of when it comes to money? And don't worry, any answer is allowed. Maybe it was, I hate my job and I want to buy my freedom. Or maybe I'm sick of not being able to travel twice a year. Or I'm sick of feeling guilty when spending money. Or I'm sick of worrying about my job and I want to feel financially safe for the very first time. If you want, you're invited to share your answer down in the comments. I would love to know. And I actually have one of my own. And that is, I put myself in a situation where it's financially tight right now. And I'm annoyed that I cannot go eat out at the moment. And even though I know I have other priorities, I'm still investing, of course. And I also put money into my fun account, for those of you who already know me a little bit. But I'm not doing things like going to the Christmas market a few weeks back and then getting something to eat and getting something to drink or go to a restaurant and order whatever I want. And despite it being an active decision of mine, but I'm still annoyed that I'm in the situation where I even have to choose. Okay, so why are we doing this? The thing is, we want to find one reason, preferably a painful reason. That's why I asked it in the way I did. So one reason why we want to build wealth this year. And that is because pain drives us to action. And it's a stronger motivator than pleasure would be. And that's why we also wanted to have something emotional and tangible. So at this point, we do not just want a spreadsheet goal. For example, I want to have $100,000 invested or want to have $1 million invested. Because a goal like that only means something to us if we attach a why. So why do we want to have 100,000 invested or 1 million invested? And a strong enough why, which is what we just came up with, will pull us through all those difficult situations like temptations and setbacks and so on. And that was already the first step. Now, decision number 2 is find your wealth creation number. Now, this is our financial driver because in order to build more wealth than you have until now, something has to change, right? Otherwise, you would already be there. And the one decision that will drive that change is your wealth creation number. And what this means is you pick a fixed amount that you will invest every single month this year. Don't overthink it. Don't try to make it perfect. Just pick a clear and doable number. And I promise you, you will see something change. Now, I just recently talked to a guy, he was in his 30s, and he told me that he didn't want to have to work until old age. And then when I asked him some questions, it turned out that he wasn't paying any rent because he was very smart about his living situation. That gave him a huge advantage regarding costs. And the other thing was that he worked in a job that paid commission-based. And that also gave him a huge advantage in the form of a lot of earning potential. But this guy, he did not have a wealth creation number because at the point where I was talking to him, he hadn't even started to invest yet. So his money was going anywhere but his wealth. And this is why he didn't just feel behind financially, he was behind financially. So it's very important to commit to one number and then put that money to work for you. Now, if you're just starting out, just pick something between $100 and $1,000 per month. Unless you can do more. Of course, you're always invited to do more than $1,000 a month. In this case, you will get wealthy very fast. And in case you already have a number that goes towards your investments every month, increase it. Be bold. Now, here's why this wealth creation number works. It forces clarity and action because picking one number is very clear, no confusion at all. And because we're committing to that number, we're also committing to the action of putting it to work, if you know what I mean. Also, you do not have to worry about a budget because after you pick your number, you just live off of the rest. This is my favorite part because it makes it so easy. And it's the simplest way to guarantee that your net worth will grow this year. And now decision number 3 is to automate your investment plan. And this one is my other favorite because this is how you stick to your wealth creation number without needing any discipline. Now, I would consider myself a rather disciplined person, but if I had to put my money manually into my investment account, and I have more than one, and invest it every month, I can tell you I would not have the multiple six-figure net worth I have right now. It was only working, and it is only working because there is nothing I have to do. I just have to make the decision once, set it up once, and then this system works for me. And in fact, this just happened to me recently. Like I said, I have several investment accounts. And when I checked in, I noticed that one investment account was actually performing very well, but it wasn't really growing. And the reason for that is that I was barely putting any money in there. So I did not have an automation in place that would put more and more money into this account. And then it couldn't grow because even with a nice performance of like, let's say 10%, 10% of $100 is still only $10, right? So we need a lever that creates relevant returns for us. And in this particular case, our lever is automation, because automation makes sure that we increase the principal, so the money that gets invested. And in my other investment accounts, this was only working for me, and this is only working for me because I don't have to do anything except make this decision once and take action once, and then it keeps working while I live my life, which by the way is also what I did now with that other investment account. So what this means in practice: automate as much as possible. So make auto contributions into your retirement accounts. Automate the transfer from your checking account to your brokerage account. That is what I was missing in that one example I told you. And equally important, automate the investment. So make sure that as soon as money is in your retirement account or in your brokerage account, that it also gets invested automatically. So that whatever index fund or other assets you chose gets purchased automatically every month. And all those little automations, they ensure that we make progress financially even when life gets busy. And let's be honest, it always does. But with automation, we don't have to think about it. That creates peace of mind. We don't run the risk of forgetting anything, and that makes it consistent. And one advantage when the investment part is also automated is it excludes emotions. So we avoid thoughts like, maybe now is not a good time to buy that stock or buy that fund. And we don't have to make a decision every time, and that removes willpower out of the equation. So now you have 3 very actionable steps to take. Find your fuel. You hopefully already did that during the video. Define your wealth creation number and automate everything. Now for the new year, I wanted to keep it short so you're not overwhelmed. But of course, we haven't discussed any details like what types of accounts do I use? What about debt? What about an emergency fund? Where do I actually invest in? And in case you're craving more guidance and you just want to have it done in the beginning of this year, then I can offer you a 6-week course. It's called the Automated Wealth System. We dive much deeper into each topic so that you really can set up your wealth building system. I put a link in the video description in case you want to start this year strong. Either way, thank you for watching. I really hope you take massive and bold action this year. I wish you financial success, and until next time, bye-bye.